Hello everyone, and welcome to Socially Awkward Gaming. This is Kibit with Stonehearth. Stonehearth is basically, it's a game I've been playing for quite a while, and I got really addicted to it for a little while. I like to describe it as sort of like Minecraft, but in the third person, but like really far removed third person, as in you're controlling a village of Steves. So, it's kind of like that, where you modify your environment and you build towns and cities, and you have crafters who craft certain things, and you're trying to gather food so they don't die, and then monsters come in and try to attack your people. Now, because I hate myself, I'm going to try it on hard mode, because that's a really fun way to play the game, but also really difficult. When you start the game, you start off with a bunch of people, and you can choose to randomize all of their traits and names and appearances. I kind of like what I have here, so I'm going to keep them. And I'm going to go for the Trapper's Knife because we have 150 gold to start off with, and we're starting off in a place where we can easily make all of these items, but this is going to be hard to make, so I want to buy it off the bat. I'll explain kind of as I go along, but this little symbol is for mind, so it's how quickly basically they level up in their professions. This is for health, or body, so you know, how strong they are, how well they can face off monsters, how fast they can move. And then there's spirit, which is good for courage, so they don't run away from fights. And if you have them as a trapper, they can like befriend little animals. So that's cute. So let's start, and let's find a good place to settle down. Kind of like this map. They changed the maps a lot. They started off very all over the place, but now you can see there's like a mountain. It looks like the map was kind of designed instead of randomly generated, a little bit, at least to me. So, I like that place right there because there's a lake on one side that you can defend, and then there's rocks on the other. So I could build a wall over here and a wall over here, and I'll be pretty safe. So I'm gonna go for that. I like being near rocks so you can mine into them, and then being near the water. The water doesn't provide any use right now, but in the future it might be used for things like irrigation and stuff. Okay, so we can place it down pretty much anywhere on this giant map. I feel like I should be able to scroll up further. Maybe not. Yeah, it's huge, the map. I mean, it might not look that big right now, but the Hearthlings are pretty tiny. So I'm just going to put it where I said I was. I'm probably going to draw a wall out here, and then right there would be a pretty easy spot to put it. So that way they can have lots of space to build. So let's start over here. Hearthhaven. You know, that sounds pretty nice. Or maybe it's Hearthaven? Hearthaven. Yeah, I think Apple played this at one point, and I think he called it the Saglands, which I thought sounded pretty cool. So let's go with the Saglands. So right away, we need wood to build things and to craft anything, so I'm just going to tell them to totally deforest this whole area and not care about any of the consequences. Well, trees, you don't really need trees to be anywhere, but it does make it look a lot nicer, so it's just going to kind of be a barren plain place. But, whatever. And then a crafting pile somewhere so they can put down all that wood and all their crafting supplies. And next, I want to pick someone who has a strong mind, like Braum would be one, Lenon would be another. Yeah, one of these guys to be the carpenter. I'm gonna go with her because I don't need the carpenter to have body or spirit in any way, so she's probably a good person there. And I also need a trapper. Trappers are good with high body and high spirit, which kind of looks like her, but she's good in a lot of things. This guy's pretty great for that because he's kind of stupid except for that. So let's put him as that. By the way, if you guys want, either you want me to name somebody, one of the Hearthlings something, or you want me to name them after you, whatever, just leave a comment and you can tell me which one you want to be named after you, and I can work to doing that. It's a super easy thing. Okay, so for the trapper, to trap things, you want to go into the forest, someplace where you won't be building. We're going to build here eventually, but I think we're going to start with that side. So I'm gonna place a few of these. Let's go with 11 by 11s. Yeah. So just a few of these throughout, and then the foxes will crawl onto them and get stuck, and that's how you get fox jerky. And later you can end up cooking it into a meat stew, but for right now they're just gonna have to eat, you know, just jerky. They don't particularly like raw food, but they're gonna have to deal with it. There have been a series of updates recently, and all of the updates, I'm not sure. If you guys follow the game, then what I'm saying makes sense. If you guys don't, then this is the game as it is right now. But if you followed it previously, they didn't really have too much in the way of happiness. But now, as you can see, basically all the things that, all the way the town affects them, it can make them happy or sad. And your goal is to stay in content and occasionally drift over here, but you do not want to stay in the forlorn glum area, because then your whole town looks really depressed. So I want to start building something. Not gonna build over here, because that's where everything is. Maybe build against these. Might want to build in the corner over here. I can have the trees behind the house. And you are giving me corn, and I appreciate that. So, let's start with, I guess a simple one-story house will be good. We can make a town center somewhere, or an area where at least it gets a little bit bigger, and then we can have, like two-story buildings, a little bit more elaborate things than this. But I think this is a good start over here, something like this. I kind of want the roof to be in this direction, and I kind of want it to be a darker roof, like that. Does that look nice? What I could do, actually, so I'm not sure how wide the floor has to be. Is it that much? That's probably too wide. Let's close it off. Okay, because I want to stick a door right there, and I think I can do that. Like so. Yep. Beautiful. And then I could put some windows over here. Yeah, windows take me a little while because I like them to be equally spaced, and sometimes I don't want it to look like that. So, let me just play around a little bit with this. 2 in. Does that work? Yeah, that's pretty even. And then I can have a nice window over here. And then I can have some on the side. If we're gonna put another house like on this side of this building, then those windows are kind of pointless. And we might want to put one, even though it's facing the rocks, they kind of like sleeping next to windows, at least as of right now, the Hearthlings. So I might as well put some over there. And I guess I could put a couple back here. Let's do that. Does that look ridiculous? Kind of looks a little bit ridiculous. I might just get rid of those. It's but it is facing the trees, which is kind of nice. So let's try this. It doesn't look as ridiculous. That's alright. Okay. So there it is, and it's built. And I'm not sure what kind of pathways I want connecting buildings to roads yet, which you could do with the road tool. But so since I'm not sure, I'm not going to put anything down. I can do it later very easily. So I think this is fine. This looks fine. I'll move all the furniture in later, since nobody's constructing any furniture right now. And I'll call this cabin 1. Right there. So they're not going to be able to build the windows or the doors yet, because I made a carpenter, but I didn't make him a workbench. Or her? I think it was a him. Might have been a her. No, it was a him. The blonde guy? No, the blonde guy's the trapper. Oh, okay. So Lenone is the carpenter, and Monty is the trapper. So she is going to make, hopefully, she's going to make her thing. Right now she's building, I guess, because she wanted to finish building. But when you're done with that, you should totally, build that carpenter's bench. It'd be awesome. It'd be just the bee's knees if you could do that, Lenone. Buddy. Or are you doing that now? Still building. Unless she already made it. And just, yeah, oh, my bad. She did make it. Okay. So, she just left it there, though. Okay. Let's put this just in any old place. And then she can start building all of the windows and doors and everything that'll be more useful. So, since this is hard mode, we need to get working pretty quickly on armor and weapons, and also a footman to defend the town. So, she's already going to be building this. I need her to build that sword is really important, and the farmer's hoe so they can eat is also pretty important. So after she builds those stuff, she should level up. Hopefully. And we can also could gather berries and, well, pretty much just berries if they're around. But I don't see, there's berries all the way over here. But it might be more of a trek than it's worth to get those. And there wouldn't be any berries up on this rocky area. Yeah, the town might have to wait for fresh food. They can get their jerky for a little while. Hopefully that'll keep them from starving. I don't think I've ever had a Hearthling starve except when they got stuck somewhere and they couldn't move. Oh, I know why they aren't putting anything down here. I recently did a setting that said when I create one of these crafting piles or whatever, anything that stores something, I want it to automatically not store anything specifically. That's weird. It's there, but it's not there. So that way I have to tell them, unless... No, that's... Oh, is it because I'm clicking on it? That makes sense. Yeah. It's just an easier way to sort everything if you tell them, don't put anything in here, and I'll specify what you could put in here. For the beginning it doesn't matter, but later, if you have multiple storehouses, maybe you want one storehouse to have food in it, maybe another you want to have all the building supplies, and such. Okay, so how much have you made? I think she made one. Oh, she made okay, 4 windows. Oh, I just made a lot of windows for this. Okay, I kind of want her to rush on this just so I can have someone defending the town, because there's a chance there might be an attack this first night, and if there's an attack and I don't have anyone defending the town, that might hurt them. I'm gonna give you guys a forewarning that I might have to reload from saves if anything terrible happens. I've had bad luck in the past where sometimes I can survive till quite, you know, far into the month, and then an attack comes and I thought I was all set. I thought I survived the worst of the attacks, and then it just kills all of my people. Because once, so you have your footmen who are like your, if I can find, I can look for you. You have your footmen who are like your main fighters, and then you can upgrade them to knights and archers, and then you could have clerics who heal. But if your footmen, if all of your fighting force dies, then they kind of attack the people, the regular Hearthlings, and that kills them most of the time. They can't really defend themselves. So I'm looking for somebody who's high in body and spirit, and it probably would have been better if I set him to be a footman, but I already set him to be a, you know, trapper. So I guess you'll do. You're pretty good. You got a little bit more spirit than you do body. Okay. So he's gonna run over here and pick up this sword. And everyone else is gonna put all this stuff away. Oh, well, she's not gonna... I guess they're gonna work on building this before they put everything away. Which makes sense. I'd rather the house gets built. I could put some beds in there before they just start cleaning up. So she's going to make the beds pretty soon. And I could put the beds into the house before the house is finished being constructed, which is helpful. I should probably make one of these just for the footman, so he's not all defenseless like that. And soon I'll make another footman for him, because alone he's probably going to die. I might as well make the sword now while I have lots of materials. Yeah. The first thing that normally attacks are, I don't know the name of them, but they're like little blocks of wood, but alive. Like entlings, I think they might be called. I don't know. But they're pretty easy to fight. And then next normally comes like stone ones of those, which are just stone blocks that are alive. And those are terrifying, and they do a ton of damage. So I'm hoping for just some easy attacks to begin with, so I can get my people to where they need to be. What are you... Did he get stuck? I think he got stuck. That's that's somebody's pet. And it looks like they got stuck. So I'm gonna put a ladder right there. Oh, that's somebody. I thought that was a pet. Okay. Cool. You got stuck in a window. That's fine. Everyone gets stuck in a window from time to time. Poor little guy. Starving to death because he got stuck in a window. So, do I have any beds? I do. Let's put these beds down. I don't want to shove too many of them in here. Because, you know, they like their personal space. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. I meant to do, the greater than and less than signs. And this isn't the best setup. I could probably have something like this. I mean, they're probably going to be unhappy about being so close to each other. But, you know, that's their problem. So we got our first invaders, and as predicted, they are the Hearthlings. So, let me tell him, actually attack the first one. He's already going after it, I think. I think that's him. Yeah, he can take these guys on pretty easily. If they get to the town, then the town gets all freaked out about it. So, let's just hope that he can handle them. I think he's gonna be fine. The Hearthlings are nothing to be scared about. They're like little adorable blocks of wood. With eyebrows. For whatever reason. The hands are pretty creepy too. I never really looked close at them. That's what they look like, and they make a terrifying sound. I'm not sure if you could hear that, but it's kind of like a cat dying. That's what trees sound like, apparently. The age-old question. Yeah. So this is what it looks like now. This is I feel like I should explain more because I don't think I have enough. So this is oh wait. Yeah, okay, never mind. Okay, so this is kind of like, if you've played Sims, there's this view, which is like a cutaway view. So I should probably get rid of this tree, come to think of it, where you could see halfway into the building, but there's still walls. And then there's this, where once this foundation is gone, you should only be able to see the flooring and like the first layer of wall. And then there's this, which is fully built, so you can see they haven't built the roof yet. And then if you click on this, it's telling you what's going to be built. So we can see that it's going to be a full house. Now, yeah, I might have built this too close, because I kind of want to get rid of this now. So I'm going to, yeah, I guess I have to. It looks funny. I could leave it, I guess. But I don't know, it would cut into the roof, and I don't think that's good. So I'm gonna get rid of that. Hearthlings are nice and asleep. We got a little bit of food coming in from the trapper. So I think I'll leave off here and continue again sometime next week. So thank you guys for watching. Leave a like if you liked it. Tell me what you didn't like if you want to make a suggestion. And please give me names for these poor unnamed Hearthlings. Thank you guys for watching, and bye.